Good day, class. Today we'll be going through musical instruments and their family under music. Now, first and foremost, we'll be going through the things we'll be talking about today. And first, we'll be talking about the musical instrument itself. Then next, we'll be talking about musical instruments and their family. Then up next, we'll be talking about the strings, then the woodwind and the brass, the percussion, and lastly, would be going through the summary. That's going through everything over again. Foremost, before anything, would be defining music itself, since there is no way we would do anything under musical instrument without going to the roots. That's music. And we say music is a production or combination of sounds that is from either a person, people, or objects that is pleasant or appealing to the sense of hearing. In short, or in other words, we can say music can also be defined as a production of sounds that has distinction in its pitch and quality, and it is pleasing to the ear. That being established, then we are going to musical instrument itself. And here we say musical instruments are objects that relatively produces sounds and is pleasant to the ear. That is, they are objects that are fashioned in specific manner that enables them to produce sounds with certain distinctions when they are to function, and these sounds are appealing to the sense of hearing. So from what we can see here, we see that musical instruments are objects that are made in a way to make them produce sounds with a specific distinction, or a specific manner with respect to the way they work. And this object has to be appealing to the sense of hearing. We talk about the musical instruments and their family. And here we say musical instruments are divided into four groups or families. We can refer to them as groups or family. And they are: first, we have the strings family. Then next up, we have the woodwind family. Then next up, we have the brass family. And finally, we have the percussion family. Now, to the first one, strings. Now, the strings instruments are those instruments that requires being plucked before they produce sounds. That means any instrument that needs to be plucked, that needs for you to pluck the string on it, they are called strings instruments. Majorly, strings instruments are characterized with strings itself. So you need to pluck the string before they can produce sounds. And examples are banjo, violin, viola, guitar, cello, double bass, harp, and etc. Now, where you can see the guitar, the banjo, the violin, the viola, the double bass, the cello, and the electric guitar. If you notice, every one of them is holding or having strings to show the strings family. Next, we have the woodwind. Now, woodwind family consists of instruments that requires air being blown into them in order for them to produce sound. That means woodwind instruments requires air before they can produce sounds. And examples are the clarinet, the oboe, the flute, bassoon, the recorder, the saxophone, piccolo, the bagpipe, and etc. Family. This is the clarinet, you have the flute, the oboe, the bassoon, and the saxophone. You have more on your woodwind family, where you have the saxophone, you have the clarinet. The first one is the um, double bass clarinet. Then next up after the clarinet is the oboe. Then you have the flute. Then you have the bassoon. Then you have your piccolo, and so on and so forth. We have the brass. Now, the brass family is just similar to the woodwind family when it comes to production of sound. That is, sound is being produced by blowing of air into them. But the only difference between them is that the brass family is louder than the woodwind family. Meaning, when you have the brass family and the woodwind family together, the brass family surpasses the woodwind family when it comes to the loudness. Examples of brass instruments are trumpet, French horn, trombone, tuba, cornet. Of brass family, some where you have the trumpet, French horn, trombone, and the tuba. They have, I guess, the same instruments but in different sizes where you can actually see them from another view. We have the percussion family. Now, the percussion family consists of instruments that can only produce sound by striking or hitting them with hand, sticks, or against each other. So, meaning instrument that you can hit with your hand, play with sticks, or when you hit them together, they are called percussion instruments. And examples are drums. Drums are mostly played by sticks, sometimes hand. Then you have your cymbals. You can strike cymbals with each other, or you can shake them with your hands. Then up next, you have the xylophone. Hit them with sticks. Then the marimba. Play that with your hand. We have the maracas. That's with the hand. Then you have the tambourine with your hand also. The triangle. You hit it with a stick-like object. Then you have your chimes with a stick. Then you have your clave with a stick also. You have the timpani, which you hit with a stick-like object, the bongo, your hand, and you have the conga, which is hit with the hand also. Then you have etc. Examples of pictures under percussion family, where you have the xylophone, the triangle. As you can see, the xylophone has its own stick. The triangle has a stick like metallic stick. Then you have the tambourine, which you play with your hand. The maracas, as you can see, you can hit them together or shake them with your hands. Then you have the chimes, which you use the stick. The marimba, which you use the stick also. The djembe, which you play with your hand. The snare, which you play with the stick, which is there. Then instruments, you have the timpani, you have the bongo drum, conga, the gramophone, xylophone, chimes, clave, the gong. Then you have the woodlock, you have the tambourine, the apiscot, the piano, the organ, the bass drum, the triangle, cymbals, snare drum, and so on and so forth. So going over what we've said so far, coming to the summary, we said before that musical instruments are objects that are fashioned in a specific manner that enables them to produce sound with certain distinctions when they are to function, and these sounds are appealing to the sense of hearing. Also, we said musical instruments are divided into four families, which are the strings, woodwind, brass, and now we said the strings family are instruments that have been plucked before they produce sounds. And examples we have banjo, viola, um, violin, guitar, cello, etc. Then we say the woodwind family consists of instruments that requires air being blown into them in order for them to produce sound. And examples are the clarinet, oboe, the flute, bassoon, saxophone, piccolo. Next up, we talked about the brass family, which is a family that produces sound by blowing of air into them. And we said that the brass family is louder than woodwind, which is the only difference between them. Now, examples of brass is trumpet, French horn, trombone, tuba, cornet, etc. Percussion family consists of instruments that can only produce sounds by striking or hitting them with hand, sticks, or against each other. And examples are cymbals, drums, xylophone, marimba, timpani, tambourine. Now that we've come to the end of the class, I hope you understood everything so far. Thanks for watching.